Hola mis serenitas, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chiquita Serenita, and today we're going to do a review, tutorial, and swatches of the Mauves mini palette from Juvia's place. You guys, the Mauves, come on, like purple, dark pink, and stuff like that. Like you guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, I live for these tones. They're so beautiful in the palette. The design of it and everything, that she did such a great job picking these tones in here. I love this one 1,000 times better than the taupes and the bright pinks. Let me tell you, the bright pink stained my eyelids. You guys are going to see me mention that in the beginning of the tutorial and then towards the end of the video. And when you guys watch the actual bright pink, I'm only going to mention it like in lettering up here if it did or didn't. But so far, yeah, that one, if I had to like put them in order, definitely the Mauve is my #1. And the bright pinks, even though it did stain my eyelids, and you guys already know that's a huge no-no for me. I hate when it does that. That would be like my #2 because it was a pretty story, but it's just so pigmented that it just stains eyelids like crazy. I don't think if you're darker than me, you're going to have that problem, but I'm like on the tan side, and it left me pretty like pinkish on my skin, and Lord forbid on someone lighter than me. You're gonna look like you got beat up on the streets. I don't know what to tell you. That is the risk you take when it comes to pigmented palettes, though. I'm pretty sure that's the deal. They go hand in hand, right? You have the pigmentation, but you're all gonna have like maybe staining in the process. But this is such a beautiful palette. She has 4 mattes in here and 2 shimmers, and this shimmer right here in the middle is like by far my favorite one. It reminds me so much of the one from Nabla's Cosmetic. They have the Wildberry Cutie palette one, and I have since gotten rid of that one. I didn't like the whole aesthetic of it, and I just sold it on Mercari. But I'm pretty sure like they're like sisters. They look the same, and I got so happy when I saw that. I was like, yay, I got a replacement. But other than that, I really liked her. I really enjoyed using her today. So I'm just going to get started with the swatches because there's not that many. And you guys already know I'm going to start with her. I'm going to go across till I get to the end. There's only 6 shades, so it's not like a big deal. This first one I didn't get to use. She is a matte though, and she looks like a dark mauve purple. That is just one swatch. Let me do another one. It's a pretty color. She looks kind of chalky in a way. I'm pretty sure that that's just because she's powdery. She does like fall off a little bit. I don't think you're going to have a problem with blending her, but you might have a problem with having to build her up so much. At least that's how she looks like on my arm. I mean, I could do another swatch, but honestly right now I did 2 swatches, and she's just like, she's there, but she's not like, look at me there, you know? In next to her we have the one that I used down here. This one is like this, I want to call it like a fuchsia tone pink, sort of. Very pretty though. I used her, and all I said later on in the video is that I don't feel like you can really tell the difference between her right here and this one right here, right? These two, so this is a matte, this is a shimmer, this is the one that I used on my overall lid. But the thing is, she is so close to like hue and color wise that she might as well be the matte version of that one. At least that's how it looks on my eye. Like you can't really look, you can't tell the difference. So I thought that was funny. Then you have the last one in that first row. This one is like a dark purple one. So that is just one swatch, you guys. She did not show up, and I actually used her today. I had no problems. I don't know why they're acting like that right now, but she shows up really, really chalky, like crazy chalky. She does feel dry to the touch. Like, look at that. I don't know, you guys. I put her right here. It might be swatches versus eye performance, you know. Sometimes that does happen. Sometimes they perform so ugly and so horribly on the arm, and then you use it on the face and it's okay. I had no problems with her, so I don't know. It might be that, but even on my hand, look. The pigmentation is there, but she shows up chalky. I don't think you have a problem with blending. I mean, she doesn't look like she's having any problem with blending. But just be aware, just in case, you guys. I don't want nobody to tell me you didn't say it. Well, I'm saying it right now. You might have a problem. I didn't have any problems, but just in case, you know. First, in the next row, we have my transition shade. This one right here. It is like a mauve pink. Very pretty. Very light, but she is buildable. I had no problems with her at all either. She's a very pretty color in person. Then next to her, we have the first shimmer right here. This is the one that I told you guys I used as my inner corner highlight. She's very sheer. She's like a Super Shock shadow. If I'm being honest, she is very like a Super Shock shadow. That's why I said she reminds me so much. I think it was called Buholic Baby, something like that, in that Cutie palette. So she's has a sheer undertone. She has pink, purple, and this like silvery green throughout her. But she's such a beautiful color in person, you guys. It is crazy how she looks. And I could give another swatch just to see, you know, you guys could see. But like on the eye, can you guys not see that? Like she stands out so much on your eye. I honestly wanted her to use her as like an overall shade. But then I thought about it. I was like, well, if I use her as an overall shade, what am I going to use as a highlight? I kept thinking, there's no other highlight in here except for this one for a shimmer, you know. I said, and it's not going to stand out. So that's why I opted to use her as an inner corner highlight. If not, I would have rubbed her all over my eye. I'm not even playing. So the last one in here is this berry tone. This one reminds me so much of a color that ColourPop has. It's called Paraíso. They look so close. I can't remember what palette they have that in, but it looks so close to that color. Like it might as well be from ColourPop. But that's such a beautiful color. I had no problems with that one. I use that one as an overall lid shade. So yeah, you guys, that's it for all the swatches in the palette. If you guys are wondering what I have on my lips, I just have my Ulta Beauty Automatic Lip Liner. This is in the color Orchid. And then I used my Melted Matte from Too Faced Liquid Lipstick. This is in the color Finesse. And then on top of that, I use ColourPop's Luxe Gloss. And this is in the color Check-In. This was from their Making Mauves collection. This is like on the purple end gloss. So I thought it was like going to complement it so much. I don't know. I love the way my lips look because it like matches with my whole look on my eye. So that's pretty much it, you guys. Other than that, if you guys want to see how I created this look today, just stay tuned. So for my first color, I went in with this one right here on the bottom. It is a very pretty mauvey rose color. I really liked it. It shows up really nice. I'm actually enjoying this palette a lot more than the other two that I did. And if you guys can notice like where I put, because I'm doing this, you know, this palette with the sweet pinks. I did the sweet pinks first and then I did this one. So it's my second video of the day. And as you guys can see, the sweet pink stained my eyelid and I'm like, dang, man. She hasn't shown that. I don't think she's going to stain at all, honestly, because it's only 2 shimmers in here and the rest are all mattes. So I have more faith in this one. But yeah, that's the one that I used, you guys, and that's the one I used for my transition shade. So for my second color, I went in with this deep berry tone right here. It is a shimmer and it's very pretty. It reminds me a lot of that ColourPop shimmer that's called Paraíso. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but if you look it up, it's inside. I believe they put it in the Bye Bye Birdie one, but it looks almost exactly the same. I don't care because I love that color. So yeah, that's the one that I used as an overall lid and I used my finger for it. For my next color, I went in with this very dark purple in the corner. It's very pretty. I honestly, these two, they're not that similar. Eyeballing it kind of does, but it's not. This one's like a mauve, purple light, almost on the, you want to notice it like a cooler tone purple mauve, right? This one is a warmer mauve purple, and I really love this one. I added it right here, a tiny bit across, and pretty much halfway through my bottom because I'm going to go back in with this pink right here for this part right here. So you guys, that's just what I'm going to do. I'm just going to add it right here, a little bit across, and then halfway towards my bottom lid. So for my next color that I added right here in the bottom, I added this one right here. It is like a berry tone mauve. It is like on a lighter end, right? It's not as, obviously it's not as pale as the one that I used for my transition shade. This is more of a pink, purplish type of, I would consider it like maybe a light fuchsia. It's very pretty though. I just put it all on the bottom. I don't honestly even think you could tell that it's there because it's just mixed in. And it blends in so well with that right here, that top color, that you can't really tell that it's a whole different other color, you know? But that's the one that I used. So for my inner corner highlight, I went in with this one in the middle. It is such a beautiful shimmer. Honestly, it reminds me a lot of Nabla Cosmetics has those little cutie palettes, and in the Wildberry one there's a color in there that looks so freaking similar to that one. I can't exactly show you guys to compare them because I have since sold that palette on Macari. I just wanted to get rid of it. I didn't really enjoy that palette, and I totally feel like none of those were even worth the $24 that they claimed to have. This is half of that. Like literally $14 compared to $24. It has the same amount of shadows, and I feel like this one has a better workable color story than that one over there. So yeah, it just reminded me so much, which made me happy because I was like, oh, I got a replacement, because I was like literally the only color that I enjoyed out of that entire palette anyways. But yeah, you guys, that's what I did. I applied it with my finger. So that is just the look already, you guys. Let me go put on some mascara, and I'll be right back to give you guys a close-up. So this is the finished eye look today, you guys. Hopefully you guys like it. I really like this palette. It's very pretty. You guys know purples. Like, I don't know. I love purples. And I love that inner corner highlight. It's just such a beautiful color to add in this palette. So let me back you guys out and give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, you guys, I'm back and I love it. I honestly love it a lot more than the other two. I want to say, if you are interested in the taupe palette, I think the taupe palette would complement this palette so much. I feel like the colors would mesh so awesome together. I honestly didn't like that taupe palette because I feel it's too it's just too cool tone. Too cool tone for my own personal taste. That doesn't mean it won't work for you guys. I'm just telling you that I don't feel comfortable in pastels and I don't feel comfortable in cool tones. That's my personal preference. I know how my skin tone works and I know what meshes well, just like you would know for yours, you know. There's certain colors that complement your skin tone and there's some that clash with it. And cool tones are definitely, pastels not for me. Like that one looked more gray tone. I don't know what the heck they were thinking with that one, and I didn't really like it. I mean, I'm willing to mix it in with another palette and make it work for me because I always do that. But honestly, right now, I'm trying to declutter, and if I can declutter things, I will declutter them. I have no problem letting go of things, okay? I am not a hoarder. Y'all don't even know in real life, like, I will give stuff away and I will get rid of stuff like that. And my husband is the type of person that holds on to stuff. Like, he puts sentimental value behind it, right? The only thing I've ever put sentimental value is that anything that have to do with my kids. So like paper, little projects that they work at school. I always try to keep one per year, you know, per person, just to keep it. And then, but my husband, like, literally will hold on to a shirt that he hasn't worn for like 17 years because he might fit into it one day. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I'm like, dude, if I can find a way to get rid of it, I'm getting rid of it. But this one is cute. And the tones in here, you guys already know I'm crazy about mauves. I'm crazy about purples, berries. This, it kind of like a bummer that in the other two palettes, they had at least 2 shimmers, I want to say. In the berry one, the pinks, the bright pink ones that I just used, she had 3 shimmers in there, and there's only 1 shimmer in here. Just this is the only shimmer. The rest are all matte. So for someone who doesn't like, well, actually no, this one's a shimmer too. I'm lying. Like these two are shimmers right here. But still, 4 mattes, 2 shimmers. I think for someone who doesn't like a lot of shimmer and more mattes, it's still really, really cute palette. I like it. It's kind of a bummer that it doesn't have a mirror, because I swear the whole time, even with the bright pink one and the taupe one, every time I was trying to apply it, I'm over here and I'm forgetting. Oh wait. Like, I'm over here so used to using the mirror that I kept forgetting there's no mirror. Even though, don't get me wrong, the whole design of it is very pretty. I love the color scheme of everything like this in here. But it's just, I was so used to having a mirror that I'm like, oh wait, this doesn't have a mirror. You know, I can't use it. So I'm going to let you guys go. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you will be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And until next time, stay warm, stay blessed, and stay magical. Bye, you guys.